Talking with famous people.
Hello friends, my name is host Eric and I am here with my wife to be Kimberly. I am an ENTP, she is an ISFJ, and this video on Talking with Famous People is in reply to a Facebook post in the ISFJ group of which Kimberly is a member. And it is by an individual named Josh who writes, ENTP husband, ISFJ wife, how do I be a better husband to her based on stereotype? Please discuss ENTP and ISFJ relationships. Tips or resources on this? Seems like a rare match. Married 4 years, not rethinking the position. Wife is awesome, hot, and we make beautiful babies. Actually here to learn, so please vomit as much information as you can. Post here says, I think this chart is inaccurate because ISFJs and INFJs are supposed to be kindred spirits, as said by Truity, which I find to be true because my sister is an INFJ and we can't live without each other. That's a very SI reason to think that. That's INFJs and ISFJs. I guess you'd say you guys get along fine. It's like you and Opaloid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you get
We
along.
understand each other.
Yeah, but would you want to be in a relationship with that type?
I don't know Opaloid enough to.
It's the type that I think ENTPs are second most compatible with, either that or ISTJs.
Yeah, I can't really differentiate the.
As for this chart, it's rubbish. Well, according to Socionics, ENTP ISFJ is duality, and there's a reason for it. It's the fourth slot function is the seeking function. The fourth is seeking, and the seeking function provides the modality of attention that you hope the other person will provide you the environment in which your own can play happily without having to carry any weight, basically. So Kim enjoys, I think it's fair to say, being with an ENTP because I provide a place for her NE to manifest, and I enjoy being with an ISFJ because she takes care of my SI, helps me, feeds me, tells me to go to bed, stuff like that. It's important. Kim, thoughts while I'm scrolling down?
What was his original question was how to be a better husband?
I take ownership of the things I understand more clearly and therefore don't get involved in some sort of reactivity blame thing. So Kim is not necessarily the fairest arguer ever. And sometimes that can cause a little bit of conflict, or used to. Eventually I came to understand that there's no point in fighting these things. She says these things and I could react in a way that was insistent she exercised legitimacy on my TI grounds, but it's better if I don't, and there's no reason for me to, and that's part of my growth. This person says, I'm a total cunt, I'm also very disorganized, tend to make rash decisions without thinking through and lack self-discipline. She's the opposite. She helps me reluctantly fix those things about myself. She doesn't like taking risks. 6 routine, has a hard time sticking up for herself, things like that. Yeah, so I think that's true. Would you say this is a good description? I'm a total cunt and also very disorganized.
I resonated most with that one.
Let's talk about our experiences with the relationship, Kim, of it for Josh. So, to answer the question directly, like I said, I think the best answer is that I have to put aside my TI. I have to be happy developing my FE, and I have to prioritize a non-autonomous relationship. So in various areas, one or the other of us is sort of the hegemon. And as an ENTP, I'm naturally inclined to want my significant other or anybody in a two-person relationship to be fully informed. Like, now Kim, let me fully inform you of all of the risks and rewards and everything. That's not really what Kim wants to hear, and I've had to learn to just sort of know what to talk about, when to talk about it, what not to talk about, and when to take seriously what she's saying and when not to take seriously what she's saying. You've been together longer than we have. What are your challenges dealing with me? What are ways in which I could be a better partner to you?
Well, I would say in the beginning, I had a difficult time trying to explain to you to get out of assuming you know where my type is going to come from in argument. Like stepping out of yourself and realizing that I'm coming from a different perspective. That was something that was really challenging in the beginning, but you've gotten better at all of it. And helping me to understand also your type.
I think what that boils down to is not getting that At first I didn't quite get that you aren't critiquing what I'm saying on its merits of what it says particularly. You're determining first and foremost how authentic is my expression. So when I'm upset or feeling like subject to injustice or something, then you're going to note that underlying feeling, and that will prevent you from taking my words seriously regardless of what they are.
Right, I had to learn that though.
And you've gotten better at that as well.
Yeah.
But that's the challenge basically is and I don't know if this is true for all ENTPs or ISFJs, but I genuinely am extremely reasonable and fair in relationships, and I'm trying to do my best most of the time, and I'm generally not trying to meh, you know. So I think it's kind of important that happened, that we not try to meh each other.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to this guy and his wife. I feel like that there's something we could learn from them.
Right, they've been together for 4 years.
Yeah.
We probably could learn a lot from them. That's what ISFJ brings to ENTP. Hey Eric, why don't you think about learning something from them? Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it would be great if we could get them in a room in a peer.
If you want to be interviewed or just have a conversation with me and Ken, we'd love for that to happen.
We'd love to pick your brain.
And that's it for this video. I'm going to edit it down to probably just this last little chunk where we're talking, maybe a couple of little clips of comments.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for watching. I hope this was somewhat useful. And don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.
Talking with famous people.